today I am gonna do a March favorites video. It's April 9th. March is already over, but I didn't like how the first recording of this video came out. So for my first favorite item, I have this pink bag that I bought from Urban. This bag I was originally supposed to use for the Twice concert, and I had already picked out my full outfit, which is sad, but yeah, I actually wore it out when I hung out with Yamies. My vision of the outfit was spot on. I went to their website and I just typed in pink bag, and this was the first thing that popped up. I clicked on the bag and I was skimming through the pictures that they had online, and they did a close-up of the bag, and it turns out that it had butterflies. And I just thought that the texture of the bag and the detail of the butterflies was it was just perfect. It was pretty. I found the bag right away. It was, I think it was $39. You might be able to find it online. So the next thing is also another bag. This one is more of a tote bag, which is cool because I love tote bags. I always have one with me. It's easy to put everything in that I'm using for the day. But this one has more of a structure because it has like padding inside. But yeah, so this tote bag I also got from Urban, and I think it was $39 as well. The thing that caught my eye, that caught my attention, was the fact that it was orange. So it has it came with the straps that you could attach to the chain, and then you could just move the strap any size you want. So the next thing is kind of like makeup skincare, I guess. The first thing is this sunscreen, this daily sunscreen and moisturizer that I use. So this moisturizer slash sunscreen protector is from the brand Josie Maran. They had one of these that was tinted, so it's kind of like BB cream. And then they also had another one that had like a more milky texture when you applied it to your hand. This one that I have is, they all have some like protection against like the sun, but this one has a protection against the UVA, UVB, and blue light, which is really good. If you're in front of a computer or you're on your phone all day, or just in general, your skin is getting hit by different types of lights, and so this one was really good. And I didn't see this one until like recently. I do like it. The only thing I'm not so sure about is the texture of this one. But this one, when you squeeze and you apply it, it comes out kind of like, I don't know how, like bird poop, I would call it. I don't know. I do recommend this one. You guys can probably go to Sephora and try out like the ones that they have, but I'm pretty sure there's 3 kinds, just because I remember the consistency of the sunscreen from the first time and the second time that I tried them. So yeah. The next thing I also got from Sephora, a Glow Color Reviver Balm. I am obsessed with this lipstick. The lipstick itself, the container it comes in, was like really pretty. And I tried out the different shades that they had. This one is number 8. I think there was like 2 other ones that I really liked, but this one was the one that I really liked. So it looks like this. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the color. The next thing, I guess it would be like books, things that as a reader I always like to have, or like that I've been using recently. The first thing for like that I think any book reader should use, or like they would like to enjoy using, would be sticky tabs. Because if you're gonna spend your time like tabbing your books and just kind of like marking pages or marking favorite parts in the book or something, you might as well kind of like pick really cute colors or something. The ones that I use are from the brand Morandi, and these I got from Amazon. These are the sticky note tabs that I use. So as you can see, these are like pink, which to me made sense because I'm obsessed with the color pink. I love pink. They also have other colors, kind of like earthy tones, and then there's like blue tones or like cool tones. Would that be cool tones? Well, Amazon has these in like packages. The prices kind of vary, but I think for what you get, like the pink ones, I bought a set of pink. I think it was like something around like 10 or like less than $20 for sure. And you can pick the like kind of color palette that you like. But these are just really nice because they stick really nice. They're not like paper sticky notes where I tab my books like that. So the next thing is also a sticky note. I will easily tab my books, but what I'm really particular about is writing in a book, making any markings. I like to keep my books clean, but for those books that I do really care about keeping clean, I actually found and use these clear transparent sticky notes. These sticky notes are just like any regular sticky notes. They stick to your paper and you write on them. I bought a packet off from Amazon. It comes in this white box. It comes with different size sticky notes. The longer ones, and then there's like the fuller ones, and then there's like the full sized ones. Let's see, I think there's smaller ones too. Oh, okay. So yeah, there's like miniature size squared sticky notes, and then there's like the just regular squared shaped ones. So here in this so since I tabbed this book out a lot and I used those transparent sticky notes, you can kind of see how easy it is to just kind of like keep your book clean while also being able to mark on the book. So I actually had to pile on the smaller shaped ones that I had previously bought first because I didn't find these until afterwards, but they're super easy to write on when you have the right marking tool. It just keeps your book clean, and I don't know, I just like how clean it looks, you know. But there are certain books that I don't care much for that I'll just like write in. Bookmarks are also like a big thing that they're also another thing that I always carry with me in my bag. I recently got some bookmarks from a follower, from someone who follows Yami. So it seems like they're big on reading, and so I guess they mixed that with their for their interest in K-pop, and they made these cute bookmarks. So these are all NCT Dream. No, not NCT Dream. They're all NCT related. So this is the NCT Dream Hello Future bookmark. This one is... I'm not sure where this one is from. But this one is really cute. The words and then just like the font, the style. These are really cute. And they're laminated, which is even better because paper bookmarks just don't seem to last. And then this cute one, which is the mark one. And then this one is my favorite. This is from the NCT favorite vampire. They have an account on Instagram that I'll link below, but these bookmarks are so cute, and I think they have more that they're doing. The next couple of favorites are actually books, and they are definitely books that I would recommend. The first one is this one that you guys have probably seen on my Instagram. The last couple of times I've gone on book reading dates with Yami, I have taken this book to read to make progress. I've been carrying this with me for like the whole month of March. I just wanted to make a lot of progress in it, but at the same time I was really taking my time to enjoy it because I heard such good things about the series. This book is one of my first favorites that I read this month. This one is called Heaven Official's Blessing by Moshe and Tonshu. This is a danmei. I think the story between a individual who was known for his beauty, his strength, his purity. He was a crown prince of his home, and he was made to be a god. But things happened and he was sent back down to earth to live as a normal person. He actually becomes a god like a couple times, but then he gets sent back, and then he goes back up again, and they get sent back down. His romantic partner in this book is someone who sees him as a god despite everything he's gone through, despite having fallen from being a god. In his eyes, he remains this god, this amazing individual. And so I don't know how I can get into this book without kind of spoiling it for other readers who for other people who haven't read it, but I don't know. I can just tell you that from the way I tabbed the heck out of this book and the way I just made notes on this book, and clearly the time I spent on this book, it was definitely one of the books I've enjoyed reading in a while. So it's like it's not only a romance book, but it's also a like mystery book. There's like this whole thing going on in the book apart from like the relationship between the main characters. So the next books are actually a little more different. These are gonna be manga books. The first book, this series called My Summer of Blue. So My Summer of You book 1 had already been out, I think maybe a year. I was waiting for the second one and I finally got a hold of it. Just like the danmei, it's actually Japanese, so it's gonna be a BL. And so this story revolves around two boys, and they kind of come to know each other and grow close due to a shared love for film. And so they go on this like pilgrimage journey to visit places where a movie was filmed in, and they hang out, they get to know each other, and you know, they just come to a romance story blossoms between the two. And I don't know, I just really liked it. It's one of my favorites just because it's a really cute story. I don't know, I think it was well written and the illustrations are cute. The characters too are, I don't know, you can't help but really like the characters. But the next manga book is called Ima Koi. This I saw was being recommended, and a lot of people were hyping this up before it came out on the shelves in TikTok. So this story is about a girl who is really shy to the point where she can't confess her feelings, and so she kind of but she kind of comes to regret that she's not a person that's like really outgoing. And so she promises herself and her friend that the next time she sees someone and she comes to have a crush on them, that she's gonna go ahead and confess to that person. A boy in her school of the same age helps her out in the train. He helps her out by standing between her and like a pervert on a train, and you know, she kind of hears about him, and then she comes to have a crush on him, and so she doesn't think that he'll say yes to her confession, but he decides he'll go out with her. And so it's just kind of the start of their story. I really liked the story. It was cute. I recommended it to Yami, and she told me that while she was reading a little bit of it, she said it reminded her of Sign of Affection. So if you guys have already checked out A Sign of Affection and you really liked it, I would definitely recommend this one. I don't know when the second one comes in, and I don't want to go online and read it. I'd rather wait in the meantime, I think I'll just like reread it every now and then. It's a really cute story, and the main guy is, I don't know what to say. But yeah, it definitely gives sign of affection vibes. But yeah, Ima Koi. The next favorite thing that I've had for this past month of March was the Robert Pattinson GQ magazines. I read the magazine, and it just kind of gave, it was just his interview, and he was just talking about like filming the Batman movie, and he was just kind of like going on, he was just kind of talking about his career, and I don't know, I liked it. I enjoyed reading it. People say he's unhinged, and you can definitely tell through the interview and like what he talks about. But yeah, those magazines are one of my favorites. Okay, so my next favorites are gonna be like more media. In terms of movies, I have 3 movies that I really liked. First one was obviously the Batman movie that Robert Pattinson was in. I went to watch it with Yami, and 3 hours was not enough. I don't think it was enough, you know. Wanted more of Robert Pattinson in it. No, but he did such a good job playing Batman. The next one, I think it came out, Turning Red. It was such a cute movie. My friends told me, one of my friends told me that she watched it, and it was really cute. And you know, they kind of like, I feel like they aimed it towards K-pop fans, just because it was focusing on a young girl who's like in love with this band, and it was like she and her friends were trying to do everything they could to get tickets and seeing them at concert. And you know, a lot of us can relate to that. So if you guys watched it, who's your bias? Mine is obviously Taeyong. The next and last movie that was my favorite was Jujutsu Kaisen. This one is an anime, and it's actually like the prequel to the series. So it's if you haven't watched the series, it's kind of okay. It doesn't really matter, because it's actually the story of one of the characters set before the Jujutsu series and the Jujutsu Kaisen characters. But yeah, it was really good. The graphic, the animation style, the animation was Mappa, which also did Attack on Titan. So a lot of people were on TikTok talking about Gojo and Nanami, and I'm not really like a simp for anime characters. Like, I'll definitely agree, but I'm not like, it's not really what I'm watching anime for. It's rather like the story. But I don't know, the animation plus Gojo and Nanami was just like, but my favorite character was definitely Yuta. Okay, so my favorite shows were Semantic Error. That is, I watched it through the Viki app. So Semantic Error has a Korean webcomic. This show did such a good job. The amount of time we had to wait was definitely worth it. It was, I don't know, they followed the webcomic quite well, really well. Like, I don't have anything negative to say about it. Just the butterflies that I would get watching the two, it was, I don't know. The 2 main characters are actually idols. One of them was in the group called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but K&K. Did such a good job as one of the main leads, and I don't know, I think a lot of us felt for his character. Their actor is also a Korean idol. He's also an idol. He's in the group Donkeys. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like they're both underrated groups. The next show that I've been watching, I'm almost done with it, and I'm really late to watching it. It's Crash Landing on You. Yami was recommending me to watch this, and she was nagging me, and I was like, maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't, you know. I don't know. When it first came out, I was like hearing such good things about it, but I didn't watch it. I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm gonna go watch it right now. I definitely love K-dramas, but I don't know, it wasn't really capturing my attention. So I started with the first episode, and I immediately understood why people were liking this drama so much and why they were hyping it up so much. And so I sat down and I was like, okay, maybe 2 more episodes, and I immediately started like binging it. I am enjoying it. I think that's maybe why I'm taking my time with it. It's a cute drama. The main actor is cute. The next show is also a K-drama, and this came out in March, and it's done. The last episodes came out. I'm like 4 episodes behind, just because I kind of want to like sit down and actually watch it all in one, just because they got to the point where they both said yes to each other. But yeah, this one is called A Business Proposal, and it's on Netflix. And it also was based off the Korean webcomic, both romantic and like full of comedy. So if you like a mixture of like those 2 things, I would recommend this one. I like the main actors that they chose for this drama. They really like, not only do they physically look like their characters, but the way they portray them is like so well done. You actually like, I don't know, you get butterflies, is I guess it's all I'm gonna say. You get butterflies. So the next show is an animated show that came out this season. It's called Sasaki and Miyano, and it is a boys love story, and it actually has a manga, which I have and I've read, and it's really cute. It's one of my favorites. And so the animation finally came out, and it didn't disappoint, is all I can say. It did not disappoint. It's really cute. It's fluffy, if you're like into the like fluffy, soft romance. But Sasaki and Miyano is a really cute story. Before I forget, I wanted to mention a piece of jewelry that I've been wearing a lot since I got it. It's one of my favorites. I got it back when, I think I got it after I went to the whole Ghost Night thing with Yami. So one of Yami's followers, I think it's Beaded by Marie on Instagram. They're on Instagram, but they do like jewelry and bracelets and kind of stuff. So they sent Yami some stuff, and they also sent me a bracelet. It has my name and some like cute beads. But they sent me this bracelet, and I wear it all the time. And they also sent like beaded like rings, but I immediately lost those, which I'm like so mad about, because they were really cute and they fit. I think I do follow them on Instagram. But yeah. Okay. So some of my next favorites are gonna be music. So I guess the first one I would say is the whole album that Treasure recently released, which has songs that has songs Jikjin and Jikjin, You. The whole album is on my liked songs. And I also recently came upon Lockdown by EPX Epics, and I think they also had another song called Do For Me, which is just like really good. It's like just good songs for like kind of getting energized and just kind of like also like vibing to. Trends is also another group I like come upon to like discover. Their song Villain is so good. And then I was watching their music video and the performance video, and just the whole like rope thing was like cool. And there's a girl group called Billy. they came out with their song Ginga Mingayo, The Strange World, and it was such a cool song. It was really, really cool. I was like, I first heard it, and then I was like, okay, I'm like, I feel like this song has like some really like cool choreography. And so I went on YouTube and I was like checking it out, and turns out it had some like really cool choreography. Not only that, but the performance of the girls, like the expressions and all that stuff was like really, really cool. And every time like I listen to the song, now I'm like picturing their expressions, and Suki especially is like just so good at like being able to control her facial expressions and just like dance at the same time. It's like, I don't know, it's really crazy and insane to me how someone can have such control over like their face. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's the last songs, the songs from the Semantic Error drama. So there's two songs, Can You Stay and Romantic Devil, both by the same person, Colden. These two songs from this from the show were really good. I like them. I like the vibe. The first one, Can You Stay, is just like really sweet and romantic, and then the other one, Romantic Devil, is just like, it fits the each song. Now that I realize, each song fits one of each of the characters. The guys, the taller guy, I guess Romantic Devil would fit him more just because he's like this mischievous type of guy. But then the other one, Can You Stay, fits the other guy who's more like introverted into himself, and you know, he's just like, he's kind of like growing more out of his shell, and so it kind of just like fits his whole like, I guess, aura. No, not aura. It fits his like personality and who he is. But these two songs I've had on replay. There's two more songs before I actually forget. So Treasure also has a song called and then I watched the video, and I was not expecting, but I can say now that I'm like a full Treasure stan. I still don't know all their names. I don't have a bias yet, but Treasure is, I think they're gonna be one of my favorite groups. But yeah, that song is really good. And then the other one, the last song, is Camellia by SLCHLD. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Camellia. It reminds me of Jimmy Brown, who's also another Korean artist, but it's just kind of like the same kind of chill vibe. These are just songs that I've had like on repeat, that I've been obsessed with this month. This video is super late. It's already April 9th. But I just didn't like the way the first video was recorded. I didn't like it at all. So yeah, this was it for all my favorites for the month of March.